pull up to a meet, and I have no idea where it is, but we're gonna see how it is, see how it goes. You guys are new to the channel, y'all know what to do. Hit that sub button, turn those noties on, and drop a like on the vid. Alright, story time. Now, last night could have been really bad, and I mean really bad. I could have got seriously injured, the car could have got totaled, and it would have been a complete and utter disaster. Now, the only reason I'm making this video is because all parties involved, luckily, were not hurt. Everybody was able to just climb out their car, talk about what happened, and we just waited for the tow trucks to come to haul some of the cars away. I luckily was able to drive my car home. Now, before I get any further, no, we were not racing. I don't know any of the cars that were involved, obviously, prior to the situation. I was literally driving 60 miles an hour in the left-hand lane on a 3-lane wide highway with no shoulder. Now, the highway system out here in Houston is kind of new to me because I'm not from Houston. I'm from Illinois. All the highways in Illinois, more or less, have a shoulder on both lanes that you can pull over on if something were to happen. There was no shoulder. Oncoming traffic was divided by those K-rails, 3 lanes wide on their side as well. So this was literally the worst highway, absolute worst highway for this to happen on. There were also no buildings around us. It was just trees and stuff like that. So it was like pitch black. So you couldn't see what was going on until you were right there. Now, from my understanding, from what the driver told me, he lost control of his vehicle. His tire popped and it was over. He spun out, took out 2 cars in front of him. They spun out and pretty much locked up the 2 left lanes, obviously, except the right-hand lane. And I was in the left-hand lane. So I had nowhere to go. I had 1 or 2 options. Now, because of the type of highway we were on, and it was at 12 a.m. and for whatever reason there was a lot of traffic coming out of Houston, only thing I can do was kind of try to get over as much as I could and just plow through all the shit that was on the highway. I'm talking about glass, I'm talking about parts of the bumper, I'm talking about headlights, or I could just stop my car and pray that the car behind me slowed down and noticed something that was wrong. Now, because we were on a 3-lane highway that was like literally no shoulder, it was pitch black, and because obviously there was just an accident, there was a dust cloud, you really couldn't see what was going on, 100 feet in front of you, 100 feet behind you. And there was a car that was hauling ass, going had to be at least 80, 90 miles an hour behind me. So I knew if I would have stopped, I would have got rear-ended and I would have went right into the wreck. So I had to make the decision, so I kind of veered over to the right a little bit and I just ran through all this shit. I literally just went through all the glass, I went through all the bumper, all the headlights that were on the ground. I had no other choice because I didn't want to get rear-ended and obviously get sent into the wreck, which would have caused a hell of a lot more damage. I don't want to even know what would have happened if I would have made that decision. So I feel like I made the best decision, that I had to take at that point. So I did that. I literally heard just a bunch of scrapes. I was like, damn, I just fucked up my front bumper. I probably fucked up the intercooler, everything. Because my car isn't low to the ground, but it's low enough to where it picked up a lot of shit. So I just went over that stuff, and then I veered over to the left-hand lane, and I stopped my car because obviously an accident just happened in front of me. Me being the type of person I am, I felt that I was obligated to stop and to ask, yo, is everybody okay? Because it was really bad. Now, the G37 that spun out, look, fellas, I'm telling you this right now. Whatever Nissan did to design those G37s to take a hit, I mean, holy shit. I mean, this car was fucked up. I don't have any photos of it because, obviously I'm not going to go ahead and, you know, be flashing a camera in people's faces after an accident. That's kind of fucked up. But this car was fucked up. It was messed up. And everybody hopped out. It was like a G37 and a couple other like sedan cars. I don't remember the exact make and model, but everybody hopped out, and from my understanding, everybody was okay. So that was good, thank God. And then after I pulled over, again, because it is a 3-lane highway and there's just there's no lighting at all. People's hazards are on. I mean, there's still idiots that are going like 90 miles an hour flying by us, right? Like, there's an accident, you know, why are you going 90 miles an hour? Straight Houston shit. So as I'm walking back to my car, obviously I really can't go anywhere at this point because I just witnessed an accident, so I kind of have to I felt like I had to stay there until like the tow truck came just to make sure everybody was good. There was another car that was going like 90 down the highway. Now there's a lady that actually kind of pulled over to the side of us too, just trying to see what was going on because literally it was right there in front of her too. This fucking guy in a Maxima just comes 90 miles an hour. Now, I'm walking back to my car at this point, and like I hear the car going down the highway, and I'm thinking like, holy shit, he's going to fly and plow into this lady, and she's gonna get hit, and it's gonna go directly into my car. So I'm literally just watching all this happen at this point. I'm like sitting there and just there's nothing I can do, just in complete defeat. I'm like, well, there it is. There goes my car. It's getting totaled. And it's probably going to get sent over the K-rail into the oncoming traffic because he was going that fast. So I was just sitting there just preparing for the inevitable. I'm like, well, it was fun while it lasted. Like, quite literally, because like if it got hit, it would have been over. Like, it literally would have been over. This guy swerves, like, going directly towards my car. I was like, holy shit. Thank God I wasn't in the car because it would have been terrible. He goes directly toward my car, swerves, and sideswipes the absolute shit out of this lady, right? He takes out her complete passenger side of the car. I'm talking about the side mirror is gone. And then her car wraps around my car and then just crashes like on the side of like the K-rail. So it was just really bad. Like a secondary accident just happened. This fucking asshole, he booked it. He just ran after that. I mean, it didn't really make any sense. So at that point, it's just like I just went just like 2 accidents at like one time. I'm just like, dude, what the hell? So I run over to her, you know, make sure that she's good. I mean, she was pretty shooken up, obviously, because she just got an accident that she had no business being in just because someone's negligent and going 90 miles an hour. I mean, I don't get it. But again, it's a 3-lane highway. There's literally like nowhere to go. There's no lighting. So, you know, maybe he didn't see what was going on. I mean, I kind of find it hard to believe that he didn't see what was going on because like there's at this point 5 cars stopped on the side of the road and traffic's pretty much on a standstill, 30 miles an hour max, and this guy in a Maxima going 90. So I don't really know what's going on. I unfortunately was unable to get this guy's plate because everything happened like so quickly. So, I mean, if you guys see a Maxima in the Houston area that's fucked up on the driver's side, you know, hit my line or something like that, because I mean that guy needs to be off the road. But it was just a really, really bad situation. Again, luckily nobody was hurt. She wasn't hurt. Her car, I don't believe it was totaled. I mean, just the passenger side was kind of messed up. I looked at the damage done to my car. Honestly, it's not even bad. It's not even bad. Whatever Ford did to construct those front bumpers on these 99 to 04 Mustangs, I mean, they did a phenomenal job. Because I've gotten rear-ended before, and my old Mustang, I got love tapped in this Mustang, and like quite literally like little to nothing happened to the car. I'm talking about just a couple scratches that could be taken out with just, you know, a hand buff tool. So I'm just gonna go take care of that. I'm actually gonna show you guys that process in this video if I can get it done. Hopefully I can get it done. But it was just a really bad situation that honestly I don't wish anybody to be in ever, because witnessing an accident and then quite literally just potentially watching your car just get totaled in front of your eyes with nothing you can do about it. I mean, that's just something that I wouldn't wish anything to happen on for anybody. So it was a hell of a night, man. I drove home shaken up. Thank God I was able just to drive my car home, and thank God, you know, everybody was okay, and you know, my car isn't totaled. And man, it was something else. All right, this is the damage. I mean, really not bad at all, honestly. I think this definitely could be buffed out. That's literally all that happened. I mean, front lip is still kind of messed up, but it was like this before. This was actually like all pushed like underneath. I kind of just pulled it all out. All right, so I'm gonna wash the car right now. I'm gonna try to take off the scratches with this Meguiar's scratch remover kit. This should work because I've used something like this before and it actually worked out pretty good. The scratches aren't that deep, so, and they're kind of like in a centralized area. So hopefully this does work. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wash this car real quick, and then you want to test this out. I don't have a drill to like attach this kind of pad to, so I'm just gonna rub it, and hopefully I'll take care of it. It's worked before, hopefully it works again. So as you guys can see here, that Meguiar stuff is pretty good. I mean, it pretty much took all of it away, and there's like a little left, but you have to really look for it. If you didn't know this was there, you would not be able to see it. So really happy with the outcome. Really happy. Nothing serious happened to the car. Everybody was okay. I'm recording with my GoPro right now because my camera died, but man, pretty lucky, boys, I'm not gonna lie. Pretty lucky. Whew. Make sure you guys stay safe out there, man, because stuff like that can happen to anybody. It's one of those things where you have to make like a snap decision, and hopefully it is the right one that leaves yourself safe, everybody else safe, and also the vehicle's good. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure you guys like, subscribe to the channel, turn those post notifications. Catch you guys in the next one.